This is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site, and today we're online with Dr. Jeff Luebbe. He's a strategic account manager with the US Zoetis Pork team, and he's based in Northeast Nebraska. Jeff is a veterinarian and has worked with Zoetis for 5 years, focusing on the business side of the industry. Thanks for being with us today, Jeff.
Oh, thank you for having me.
Zoetis has launched their Heritage Feeds Tomorrow campaign, and you're being spotlighted due to exactly that, your heritage in the agriculture industry. Tell us a little bit about your family's involvement in the pig and the agriculture industry.
Yep. No, thank you, Sarah. Yeah, I think growing up in Northeast Nebraska, you can't help but be somehow involved in agriculture one way or another. My families, both sides, through grandparents, were on the farm. My family, we grew up in town, but my dad was very involved with seed corn production, and I have a grandfather that was a large animal veterinarian, and my mom, I guess, was always his helper. And then we knew my grandfather, I guess, later in his career, but we grew up with an affinity for all animals, all livestock. Um, I worked at a veterinary clinic through high school and college, and knew I wanted to be a veterinarian. Um, I guess in college, lost my way a little bit, interested in a lot of other things. And after college, I took a job working for SmithKline Beecham which later became Pfizer, then Zoetis. Did that in Lincoln, and they pushed you to get advanced degrees. So I started a master's program in kind of biology, veterinary science. And as soon as I did that and was working with pigs and cattle and diseases, it reminded me that I should have stayed the course and got me back on track. And so after that master's, went to veterinary school, and all along was hoping to like a mixed practice veterinarian back in Nebraska. And I did a couple internships and externships, and a couple of them were amazing swine externships, which then led me to becoming a swine production veterinarian, and doing that for about 9 years. Enjoyed that very, very much. And since then have come to work for industry on the pork side, and helping troubleshoot or provide producers and veterinarians solutions to their issues.
Excellent. And let's talk about you personally. How's the pig industry influenced your life?
No, very much. I guess working in the pig industry as a veterinarian, helping my family, helping others. Having 3 kids that love to go on ride, or if you want to say ride with the veterinarian, help on the farm, help them develop that affinity for pigs and all animals. Um, the people I've met, I mean, the pig industry is full of amazing, great people that are producers, veterinarians, support staff. Um, yeah, I look back and I'm glad I made the decision I did. But it's a windy road that I'm not sure how I even got here.
I understand that. I understand that. And what does Heritage Feeds Tomorrow really mean to you, Jeff?
Yeah. Well, I think like the heritage part, the swine industry has a amazing history, a long history, and I guess building on that, um, valuing that, and where it's been, helping advance that uh, with practices and technology and everything that we do to improve the swine industry and try to help it continue on and be better than it is today. And I think also help educate people and promote it um, in the good light that it is, and help draw more people to the swine industry.
Talk a little bit more about your kids' involvement, because I think that's so interesting. When we talked about it
Yeah.
before, you were talking about how um, your kids have been helpers, almost like you were with, or your
Yep.
mom even was with your grandfather.
Yep. No, I guess it would have, our three kids are all a little older now. But when they were little in elementary school or preschool, our incentive is if they have they wanted to go on farm rides, they wanted to go on farm visits and help with trials and help on the farm. So what we had done is if they had, the incentive was if you have great attendance at school and everything's good, then days when there isn't school, or even if we had a pretty cool trial and we needed a little extra helpers, then they could go on farm visits and help, or holiday breaks. And so that continued actually through elementary. That continued when they got into middle school, high school. Activities make it tough, but if we would have a big trial or something where we needed some good labor, um, we would kids would miss school, um, and go help with trials. And now that kids are in college, we even do that today. So there's a big trial tomorrow, and one of them is going to accompany me and help catch pigs and sort pigs and vaccinate, and they enjoy that very much, and we love having good help.
And it's just a lot of fun to do that kind of stuff with your kids, especially as they're getting
Absolutely.
older. And it's an enjoyable time that it's kind of building memories, right?
Right. And I think I helping them, yeah, have an appreciation for it, developing that affinity. They do have an affinity for animals, um, and then I'm always promoting that animal to be the pig.
Very good. Very good. Well, thanks so much for all the information today, Jeff. This was really interesting.
No, hey, thank you very much, Sarah.
This is Sarah Mikesell with the Pig Site.